views from the Cornbread Nation, Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation, Rob and Dave on the Humpday Show. We're talking all out of the Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation, Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Rob and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. We're talking all out of Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Rob and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. We're talking all out of the Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Rob and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation, Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation, Rob and Dave on the Humpday Show. We're talking all out of Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Rob and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Rob and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Rob and Dave on the Humpday Show.
Well, happy Wednesday hump day. This is Rob from Southern Fried Podcast. That's Steve, and over next to him is Dave. We have Steve in here with us from Half Pine Forge.
Howdy.
Y'all jump in there, give him a big old like and a follow, and give him some love. Look at that head of hair. I raised my son right.
I thought you were going to say everybody give him a big old kiss or something. I like, what's this build up right here?
I'll take it.
Hey, right off the bat, we'll say Steve is a longtime friend of the show, and we appreciate him. Half Pine Forge Live. Go order you some stuff, Steve. I've got something in the cart right now. I just got busy at work, and I'm making an order right now. And for those that don't know, go there. If you don't have a Rumble app, man, what is wrong with you? Behind the times. Yep. I mean, you're in a pencil. You're using pencils in a digital age. Get your Rumble. Keep that government interference away, and follow him and go in there and chat in his lives and everything. Does a lot of cool stuff as a blacksmith and has great commentary. Absolutely, yeah. And was just recently on the Angry Conservative interview series. I got to see that today. It was really cool. Learned some things that I didn't know. He dived a little deeper in the world of Stevo. So that was really cool, though. And I appreciate the Angry Conservative with doing that. Yes, thank you for popping in. That's it. There you go. And it gets you some good old heavy duty. Is that some more of those drinks from that store?
It is. I got me some hairy toes.
I love it.
Fruit.
I thought about you. Your story you told about that the other day, where you were in there. I don't know why something stick in my head, and it'll pop up at weird times. And I was thinking about our business cards. I gave somebody one, and for some reason, when I did that, I thought about Steve telling us how that lady never talked to him, and he'd leave business cards. And one day he was checking how many, and she asked you how the business was doing, or something out of the blue. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like 6 years. This woman barely said a word to me except for how much something cost, and she'd ask me back when I was still smoking cigarettes. No smoke? It was either no smoke or you want smoke. That's it. That's all she would say to me, or the amount that it cost me for whatever I was buying.
Was she cute?
60.
Well, that's about your age group, isn't it?
Sure, she's married and a grandma.
Oh, yeah. The whole grandma thing kind of messes it up. It doesn't matter how old they are. I mean, in Alabama, that could be like 28.
Oh.
What? Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean 28. I meant like 28 and like people years.
And their brother's their baby daddy.
Mississippi, I don't want to leave them out too. They kind of I got some hate mail in from Mississippi this week.
All right, let's move on. I'm starting to hear banjos.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, and a second part of our the second hour, we'll be doing our vent. So be ready for that. We have some that are already ready to vent, but this is the Humpday views. And I was thinking about this thing. We can talk about whatever, but I was thinking about this thing. And I guess in honor of Steve coming on, it's what popped in my head. And so I'm going to use Ohio as the example. It doesn't matter where you're at. But since Steve's on here as honoring Ohio, and Steve, you'll have to give us the city that this would happen in, because I don't know which one would be the best city for it. I mean, I thought about Cleveland. I thought, no, you'd say no, not Cleveland. Sandusky, I don't know. But anyway, let's say you're at a bar in somewhere, Ohio. This is not about drinking. It's just that you're at a bar at somewhere, Ohio, and you walk out, and aliens have landed. Bona fide aliens, not from Mexico. I'm talking about from outer space. They land. And they what? They give you two options. One is, and Robert's going to think dirty here, and I don't mean it the dirty way. They say, we would like to probe you and learn about Americans. Or
Steve thought the same thing.
Well, he laughed.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I was laughing about something else.
Oh.
Or you take us, it could be a place, a thing, or a people. 5 things in America that we could take back to our people, and we could say, we understand America. America. It's not about the rest of the world, America. So where would the town be that this would happen at? And where would you take them? What experience would you give them to give them a cross-section of Americana that they could take back to the planet, whatever, and say, hey, those are pretty cool people to party with or whatever. I don't care.
So wait, let me get this straight. So the 2 options the aliens giving me is either they're busting out the probinator.
Yes.
Me. Which, or give them a city.
It could be a place. It could be
5 things that you could show them.
a thing. Yeah, 5 things. It could be. It is wide open. But you've got to teach them. I know you wouldn't get it all, but where would you take them and what would you do? You're riding the spaceship, by the way, so you get to go in the spaceship, so you can zoom all over the country really quick. Where would you take them, and what experience would you give them to say they would go, we met the Americans? Elizabeth said there'll be no probes.
It would. Man, you know what? It would be a between. I'm gonna make somebody mad here. It ain't gonna be Ohio. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna make someone mad. So it's either gonna be like modern Americana would be. Oh wait, you said 5 places, didn't you?
5
or
places,
things, or
it doesn't matter to me.
Oh shoot! All right, Boston, Massachusetts. Got to take them through the tour of our history.
Okay, Boston.
And somebody's going to get mad at me. I can't remember which one's the better town, people. Okay, so anybody that's been to Tennessee or knows Tennessee, you have to tell me in the chat. Is it Nashville or is it Memphis? Which one's Music Town, USA? You got to give me the better blues town.
Memphis better blues.
That's what I'm thinking. I wasn't. Nashville's a little more Rascal Flats. Don't even get me started on them.
Yeah.
So, the most country those guys have ever experienced was.
So you're going to take them to Memphis for blues and barbecue, right? That's
Yep.
That's not bad. Not bad. I like it.
Blues and barbecue out in Memphis. What else we got to do?
You said Boston. Historical tour.
They got to go to a baseball game. So where would that be?
Yeah, where would that be? I thought about baseball game too, because that's considered like the American sport of the ages,
I'm not completely familiar with which stadiums are where. Where's Wrigley Field?
Chicago.
Chicago.
I thought I was.
My God, you're taking all the rough places.
Oh hell yeah! Why not? Let's see. We already covered that band of the North. Now what do we got to do? We got to stay away from Georgia because those guys are. They got Robs and Daves down there, and
They're what? They're cool people, dude.
got to be somewhere in Texas.
Okay. The Alamo?
The Alamo, yeah. Oh, the Alamo, yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
And then we gotta do a complete U-turn because we're getting way too close to California. I don't want them getting the wrong idea. What, warm Soviet Russia? No. Don't look at that, aliens. Don't look. Look at the pretty lights in Vegas. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't look at California, aliens. Look at the shiny lights out there in the middle of the desert.
Now you done hurt Janice, man. Hurt
You know
Janice.
what that represents? That's a great end to it, too. That's a great end because you're leaving them on a note, and that note is that it doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter what the environment's like. We as Americans, if we feel like building something there, it will exist. Period.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. We made the decision. We will make it so. End of story.
Yes.
Dude, they've got palm trees out there in the middle of like Death Valley.
Yeah.
Why? We wanted them. They look pretty.
Not bad.
Elizabeth says for you to kiss her grits. And heck yeah, bring them to Georgia. You better be
Well, wait a
careful. She's
minute.
going to send you to hell.
Are you talking about probes or are we talking about showing them around?
I don't want
I'm
them.
just saying.
You're going to get so much trouble.
Now, the probe is a mind probe. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, but how's it getting to the mind? It could be long. That's where you get crappy ideas.
And what town in Ohio is this bar in? I just want to know. I got to have a connection.
Okay, so I'm confused there. Where's the bar in Ohio happen? Is that just where they show up?
Wherever you think they'll be likely to show up.
Yeah, they just happen to fall out of the sky like a meteor, in front of this bar in somewhere, Ohio. What?
That would have to be a dive bar. It wouldn't be anywhere.
Yeah, it's a dive bar. Absolutely. A bunch of bikers in front,
It might be out over somebody's still or something.
No, it wouldn't be that. Ohio's
It might
got them,
be.
got them little small industrial towns.
In my area, in my stomping grounds from when I was living down, out more countryside, I'd say that'd be this little sparrow fart of a town called Bloomfield.
Bloomfield?
Bloomfield.
Bloomfield. That sounds like a place.
Dude, they got nothing there. Last I checked, I think they still have a blinking yellow light intersection, but that's about it.
Oh.
There's the livestock auction house and a bar right next to it. That's pretty much it. Allegedly, there's a school, but I ain't seen it.
Yeah, you don't believe that school until you see it.
Toledo.
Toledo near farmland. Bro, have you ever been to Toledo?
Uh-oh, here's Elizabeth.
Farming in
Death
Toledo.
Valley.
In Toledo is crack.
Elizabeth said, I'm going to take you three to Death Valley and leave y'all. Then Jenna, Terry, and I are going to take over the show until you can walk back.
Joke's on you. I'm into that stuff. Man, I could do it.
Hey, Madison, how are you doing?
Hey, Madison. Broski says the Gulf of America on the Florida Panhandle. Grand Canyon, not bad. Blue Ridge Mountains, a high-end
Strip club in Greenville, South Carolina.
But a high-end strip club where? We going back to Vegas?
That sounds like Atlanta.
Vegas, it has
Is
to
that
be.
like Cheetah 3 or something?
Whoa.
Tattletales.
There used to be, years ago, a strip bar, a strip club on I-75, just this side of Macon, It was called the Cafe Erotica. And it had great cheeseburgers.
Wasn't that a fag bar?
No, goofball. I don't know how I know. I always heard that it wasn't. I heard they had good hamburgers. I heard it was. Just saying. I heard a lot of stuff about that.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble.
What was it called again?
Cafe Erotica.
Oh my gosh.
You hear? What do you mean?
What's this crap? Most
What?
aliens pro-viewed.
Whoops! Oh shit!
I don't know the background of probing in alien movies, so I thought
Well, it's so they can tell what you've been eating, Dave.
Oh.
Corn.
If you're gay, sperm.
It's Ohio.
Definitely
Got a lot
sperm.
of corn here. We're like the Nebraska of the East. I think I saw a meme somewhere that I was driving through Ohio, and it's like, and this anybody who's lived in Ohio knows that this meme is accurate. It goes, corn, 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 grandpa's cheese barn, corn, 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 hell is real, corn, corn, corn. All of that accurate.
I think one of the places that we definitely need to take them will be alligator Alcatraz.
Ooh,
that would be cool.
people are starting to take their picture in front of the sign now for alligator.
Yes, I want my picture.
And everybody, people on the left are freaking out. They're going, "This is like people in the 40s taking their picture in front of the Alcatraz entrance."
So,
So
no,
I'm good with it.
Not even close.
I think because there was complaining because there weren't any places for them to bathe and brush their teeth and stuff. I think we put video cameras on the outside of it and record 24/7 and tell them they can take a bath and brush their teeth whenever they get ready. It'll be must-see TV.
So I think that's a good idea. I think Vegas is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, not to be dirty, the strip club's not a bad idea because they're going to have fun. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I think that'd be a better place to take them if they were looking to figure out what humans were all about, not specifically Americans. That's a good place to see human nature and
and they could study human anatomy there as well.
Right.
Yes.
Kill two stone birds with that one. No,
That's right.
I think I hobcobbled together a good little tour going on there. Because
you got it.
You start off with the beginning. Here you go, aliens. This is where we came from. Then you move over to Memphis. This is the soul of America. This is how our music. Then you take them to a baseball game. This is like what we like to do for fun. Take them to the Alamo. This is what happens when people piss us off. Then you take them over to Vegas and show them, this is the crazy crap we build.
Yeah.
Well, what about like the Cajun, like gumbo or something, down in Louisiana, like that would probably need to be the
confuse
French
the hell out of them. Take them to Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get eradicated though.
They could go back, with the beads.
I think that could go sour pretty quick.
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to take them to a strip club, I mean, it's not much difference. There's a lot of boobs and stuff at Mardi Gras. And beads and floats. And
I've never been to Mardi Gras.
I noticed your plan also left out Midwest to up, everything north. Like there was no part of the tour that went.
I didn't want to get close to California. And I didn't want to go north, like to the Pacific Northwest. I didn't want to go to the Pacific Northwest because it's.
Mainly because they didn't want them all to think that we were all like that.
Yeah. I didn't want to get close to California. I didn't want to get close to cold, wet California.
What about Michigan?
Freezing California? No.
Hell no, we can't take them to Michigan.
or Little Canada. I mean,
Dude, if they walked into a bathroom, and a men's bathroom, and saw a tampon dispenser, they would be totally freaked out.
is their UFO also like a Wayback Machine? Can we
Well,
take
it could be.
1950s, 1960s Detroit?
Go back in time a little bit.
That could work. Then I'd be open to it, but modern day, no.
No.
They'll just want to eradicate us. Like, look, you guys are destroying yourselves.
We'll just help you out. Push you right on over the edge.
Is there any politicians you would introduce them to?
Maxine Waters.
Would you shut up, Rob, with the Maxine? What? Just stop it.
Look, she looks more like an alien than anybody else on the planet.
Fair.
It might make them more at ease.
What about the one that looks like Isla from The Emperor's New Groove? The one with the purple hair and the bottle cap glasses. I can't remember her name, but the weird looking. You know which one? Pull the
Yes, and Isla is close enough.
Yeah. Wrong lever. I'm sorry. I'm a child.
Is there a show, a TV show that you would have them watch?
Whew. To understand America or understand America now?
Just
No.
to understand it. Just to
I want
understand.
to make AOC. I don't give
The cross section.
a section. Y'all ever seen Last Man Standing?
Not
Isn't
sure.
that like the comedian show, the comic show?
One with Tim Allen's new. Well, not Tim Allen's new show.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah, he's got 3 daughters, and they live in
Yeah.
what is it, Denver, I think.
Yes.
And he runs he's a marketing guy for a outdoor
Sporting
store.
goods.
That one would be a good one.
Okay.
Have him watch that one.
I was thinking
I'm-
about Married with Children.
Love and America.
Yeah.
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 uh,
Michael says All in the Family. The Jeffersons, you know.
okay, you said the baseball game. Is there any other sporting events you would take them to, like a hockey game or college football game?
I wouldn't take him to a hockey game. This isn't syrup, or we're not Syrupians.
Would mud wrestling count as a sport?
Would what? Mud wrestling?
Yeah.
They'll see that when we go to the strip club that you guys.
Yeah, they go to the strip club. They're going to see that.
This thing that we take them to, because apparently this UFO is like an El Camino or something.
Oh, broski, I'm taking them to the WNBA. I am. I'm taking them just because you said that.
Well,
Dang right.
might work. Actually, they might feel sorry for us.
I think we decided that is not the place to slap your teammate on the butt.
How about the original Vegas? What's the original Vegas? Atlantic City?
I think that was Newton, Georgia.
I was gonna say I don't know which one came. Oops, I didn't know which one came first. Atlantic City.
Y'all totally bypassed Florida too. Like you're not going to take them to spring break.
Hell no.
Why not,
Dude, they see the traffic for that.
They might run into
dude? They're in a craft, man. Their traffic don't bother them.
some Florida mans.
Yeah.
Florida's full of Floridians.
Okay, Dabrowski mentioned Florida. Sorry, but if you took them to Central Florida and all the rednecks there, that might scare them.
No, that's the Panhandle. There aren't any rednecks left in Central Florida. They're all in the Panhandle.
Actually, my dad's got a friend that's moving down to Florida soon from Columbus.
Ohio or Georgia?
Moving from Columbus, Ohio, down to Georgia.
Oh. You know, it would be really cool if he moved from Columbus, Ohio to Columbus, Georgia.
That would be kind of funny. I don't know what city he's moving to.
Yeah, the Redneck Riviera. Rob could be their tour guide right there. There you go.
Yeah, I know my way around the Redneck Riviera. I'm gonna tell you, spring break's not time to go.
Did you
time to go there?
A couple hours ago when I was doom scrolling
Would you encourage them to take back anybody with them for further
Yes.
study?
Maxine Waters.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
Yes. Joe Biden and Jill Biden. Barack Obama. Michael Obama.
Tell me Joe Biden ain't from space. He's
Michael Obama would be a good one to.
space.
What alcoholic drink are you going to introduce to them?
Well, as a
Well,
recovering alcoholic, I don't want to be a that bad influence. So I'm gonna give them that Steel Reserve that I mentioned this morning.
Okay.
So they'll never touch it ever again.
I'm going to introduce them to.
This stuff, we're like, yeah, warm sometimes.
You know, if you're going to introduce them to something, you want to introduce them to something classy. You know, something that they can truly cherish and enjoy and appreciate. I'm going to say Natural Light.
Steel Reserve is classy.
Natty Light or Schlitz. Maybe a PBR.
You got to be careful. They might fly crooked in their, crowd. Get a AWI or something.
Natty Light or Schlitz.
Classy.
So either a 3-piece suit or one of those tuxedo T-shirts. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony is not a fan.
Natty Light is not good because it tastes good. Natty Light is good because it's economical.
It's cheap.
When you're drunk and you only got $20, you can either get a 6-pack of Heineken or you get a 30-pack of Natty Light.
You're getting a 30-pack of Natty Light. And plus, you said the magic words. You're already drunk. Your taste buds are dead anyway.
Right.
So, you get the Natty Light. You don't waste the good stuff when you're already toasted.
Right. Who cares? Worst case scenario, just make some Boilermakers.
Yeah.
Do you take them to any museums? Which would be a good place to teach them history of America.
I mean,
of course, that would require going to like New York or.
you can take them. Well, it's not like DC is any better, but you can take them to DC. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, there's some great ones there.
Yeah. Chicago's got some good ones.
I'd have them swing me by Arlington Cemetery.
Yes.
The Unknown Soldier. I'd have them take me there though, because they're not going to enforce no concealed carry when I've got aliens with laser blasters at my left and right hand, behind me, backing me up. It's like, you know what? We're just going to be here for a minute. I've been waiting to see this all my life. You guys you just can't get some get right in your laws. You got these loopy gun laws. That's the only reason why I haven't visited that place.
Yes, Anthony, I have.
Yes, Anthony, I have.
I had a taste of the last batch of a guy who made it, who died. That was the last one.
How'd he die?
My father-in-law of all people.
You overdrank.
I want to be careful.
He got killed in a crash or something. What about besides barbecue? Do we introduce them to any other foods?
My ribs
Like a Big Mac or something?
don't get better than that. No, you said food. That's not food. That's
Yeah.
compressed packing peanuts with food flavoring on it.
I mean,
What
you
about
got to give them some pinto beans. I mean, and cornbread, right?
You got to give them some chicken and dressing, too.
Yeah.
Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Split.
Split. Not.
No.
What we give them.
Anthony said, what about beaver tail or elephant ears? Are you talking about the pastries or the real thing?
Oh, come on, Michael McGill. We don't want them doing the Technicolor yawn when we tell them what it is.
Who came up with chicken and waffles anyway?
I don't know.
Well, I like chicken and I like waffles. Who the hell thought about putting those two things together?
Have you tried it?
No, it don't sound right. It's not right. It can't be right. I'm going to take a Dave Point stance on this. If it don't sound good, it can't be good.
That's right.
Oh, it doesn't sound right. I agree. Try it, Rob.
I'm not trying.
Trust me.
I'm drawing the line.
What? Who to get a cross section of America? What concert do you take them to? What music?
I mean, all the good artists are dead, man. What?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Or they're just sad.
Willie Nelson is still singing.
Yeah.
But he's not singing like Willie Nelson anymore.
Yeah,
He's
everybody.
singing like old Willie. I mean, old man Willie, not old Willie Nelson.
All the good artists are either dead or their music is. Their live music, anyway.
I mean,
Well, hey,
what do we
they have,
do?
the,
Their performances are dead.
they have the Black Jacket Symphonies where they take on those groups and play the whole album. They do that in Chattanooga all the time.
What are we going
So,
to do? Take them to see
still
Taylor
good.
Swift?
You're still exposed to the music. No, not freaking Taylor Smith. No. My
I
God,
think your granddaughter is having a conniption right now. She's watching this show.
she's not. a
Taylor is
Taylor
having a
Swift fan.
conniption. Yes, take them to see Taylor Swift.
She's not a Taylor Swift fan now. She's more on Morgan Wallen or something. I don't know. I
Morgan
think that's his
Miller.
name. Can't remember. Jen says no.
Wait a minute.
All they
Can we
would
check
learn
out-
about was breakups. That's all they would learn about. They wouldn't learn about relationships. It'd be bad relationships.
You know, what movie do you show them? Well, let's finish off can we take them to anywhere, to any time to see whoever?
Yeah, it's your chore.
But wait a
Close
minute.
Encounters of the Third Kind.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about on music. Can we take them to any time to see anyone?
Anytime. Yeah. We already agreed that they could go back in time.
Take them to see Guns N' Roses.
What about Woodstock? The real one.
Okay,
Yeah.
Woodstock, not bad.
Yeah.
They would see Jimi Hendrix and
Yeah, they'd see
Crosby,
every
Stills, Nash and Young, and all them.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Arlo Guthrie, Dave's favorite.
Take them to see the Eagles.
Bob
Rolling
Dylan.
Stones,
Yeah.
Elvis. Well, you see Elvis when they're in Memphis, back in time.
And Elvis knew all the good barbecue joints.
We could swing by Graceland while we're done.
Yeah.
He'd be like, thank you. Thank you very much.
Prime Metallica. I'm with it.
Metallica.
What are you calling Prime? Are you including Enter Sandman or not?
You know when Metallica's in their prime? When the stereo's off.
Ow!
That's not very nice.
When we're going through a power outage, that is prime Metallica right there.
That's brutal.
Just saying. I'm sorry, but they've been the same album since 1991.
Go see some
They're still
Judas
going.
Priest, Iron Maiden. Yeah, right. I knew you was gonna say that. Ride the Lightning. Yeah, no Black Album.
Metallica is the ramen noodles of metal. Without the ramen noodles
Dude,
off the seasoning packet.
that is harsh. Metallica is the ramen noodles of rock, of metal. My God. And what movie do you take them to see?
Broski's
What-
calling you out, dude.
Who?
Steve.
You call it- Oh,
I listen to real metal, man. Dio, Zach Wild with Black Label. Me.
Do
Yeah,
you
he's
show?
calling
Do
you
you
out.
take them to an Aussie show?
Oh,
Bark
by
at
the
the
way,
Moon.
good.
yeah.
Good news for everybody, children. Motorhead came out with a new album. They're doing the Tupac thing where they're taking all their old recordings and they're popping out new albums. It is called the Manticore Tapes, and it came out I think on the 27th.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it is good stuff. I listened to it the day it came out on Shopify or Spotify.
Wow.
It's not half bad.
Are they going to do the whole Halo thing, where they call it holographic or whatever? Go out there and sing.
I don't think they're going to go that far. But the Motor never had a big enough following. I mean, that's like something.
Who was they did that with? It was who was it? Was it wasn't Dio, was it? Or was it?
I never.
They did the whole hologram, man. They come out and played the show and had him. They did all computers and stuff. There was talk that Kiss was going to do that too.
I didn't know.
Mhm. Now, I do think there are two movies that you have to show them. Two.
Okay.
The first one is
Don't say
Forrest Gump.
Clockwork Orange.
Forrest Gump
Okay.
is the first one. And the second one is the original Blues Brothers.
Why did I know you were going to say Blues Brothers?
So they go back home wearing black suits with sunglasses.
Yeah, with sunglasses. We got a half a pack of plutonium.
Yeah,
We got a full pack of plutonium and a half a pack of smokes. It's nighttime, and we're wearing sunglasses.
We got our daddy ice on ice.
Yeah. I mean, you already got Princess Leia in it.
Oh, there you go. Have them watch the Star Wars series.
It's probably a rerun for them.
Does that count as one movie?
I don't know. But it sounds like they already probed Yoda. That's why he talks the way he does.
Scrambled his brain. It's got
must have real long fingers. Yeah, he's kind of a short guy. Anthony says, what are you guys' thoughts on my two choices? Born on the 4th of July or Band of Brothers?
Wait, Band of Brothers was a TV show, wasn't it?
I don't know. Born on the 4th of July, that was
yeah, Band of Brothers was the one with what's his name? Ross from Friends.
Okay.
David
Schwimmer. Yeah. Uh-oh. Dave's getting photo bombed.
Puppy. Oh, to go to boo.
His 12-year-old his 11-year-old granddaughter is trying to put the dog in his ear. Hey, she's fixed to have a birthday here next day or two. She's going to be 12.
She's not going to make it to 12 if she don't leave me alone.
You mean 13?
One more year, she'll be a teenager. Then you will have your hands full. Oh, Dave's petting the dog. But you know, if you had to give them a car to ride around in, to drive them around in, what kind of car would you drive the aliens in to make them feel at home?
To make them feel at home?
Yeah, or whatever.
Probably like a Tesla or something.
Cybertruck.
To make them feel like Americans. El Camino.
Oh, no, don't start with the El Camino crap. Holy crap. There was not an uglier vehicle ever made.
No, but that's for that Maxine Waters thing.
El Camino.
Or the last month worth of Maxine Waters.
And Steve with a drum roll.
Fine. I will get off the Maxine Waters thing.
The only good thing about him being on the Maxine Waters thing was he got off the Whoopi thing.
What, Dave? We talked about this. What? He forgot all about it. Why you got to bring it up?
Oh no, I'm not going back to Whoopi either. Going back to the one that has a true crush on Steve.
AOC?
John Fetterman.
John Fetterman. That's who you need to introduce the aliens to is John Fetterman. And John Fetterman's probably going to go, hey, guys, good to see you again.
Are y'all back to probe me again?
It's just so much better than F5 forward! Yay! Freaking airhead. Nothing but pudding north of the eyebrows.
Rob loves him some Fetterman now.
Well, you know, at least he can look across party lines a little bit. You know, at least he can say stuff that's supportive. At least he could, you know, try to vote the way his constituents want to. Or at least
And
talk.
Anthony, you're trying to get him killed, put him in a Pinto. I mean, come on. That's like a death trap. If somebody hits you in the rear end, that gas tank explodes.
Only if somebody hits you in the rear end, though. The Ford Pinto is an absolute rocket, man. That's like it'll just take off. It'll be too fast for anything to hit you in the rear end.
What Pintos have you been riding around in? My goodness. You hit the gas on them, you were going in reverse.
You ever seen God, what was that movie? The Losers? Had the guy that played Negan in Walking Dead, and he was in it.
Oh.
It was a elite group of black ops guys, and but they're sitting on a stakeout, and they're sitting in this busted old Pinto. And the guy says, "What kind of car is this?" Says, "There's not even any seatbelts in it." And he goes, "You don't need seatbelts. The G-force alone will keep you in the back of your seat."
Man, Barry's got the throwdown comment over here. When the heck did y'all agree to do that together?
Where's
What
Barry?
the heck?
I don't see no Barry.
Listen to what Barry's saying.
Rumble Studio.
There he is.
Look at that. What the heck is that?
I don't see nothing.
Here, I'll go ahead and post it so you can see it.
I didn't know y'all had an agreement in place.
No, we didn't have an agreement. I just thought it was something that we could do. You say, Steve, they were talking about all the female truck drivers out there. You know, that they're kind of taking over the thing.
Yeah,
And I said that you and I could become lot lizards for the female truck drivers.
yeah, but some of them are harder than the dudes.
I wouldn't know.
Hairier too.
Well, now that you've let me know about that, I don't think that's such a good idea. Thank you for informing me. I would have had no clue.
I read somewhere.
Oh, that's a bad idea then.
Anthony, I want a gremlin, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care how hideous they are. I want one. I want to get a gremlin, and I want to put a lift kit on it, like 2-3 inch lift on it, and just turn it into a rally car.
I still want a hearse. I still think a hot rod hearse would be the coolest car out there.
If I had a hearse, I'd turn it into a convertible.
What?
And leave the casket in the back.
Oh, I'd definitely have to leave the casket in the back. But you know, you got to have tinted windows. You got to have it solid black. You got to have it flamed out on the hood, on the front end, and everything. Dude, that would just be PA system out there playing not knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. The Guns N' Roses version.
Well, it'd be some crap like we had one for the Southern Fried. Like we pulled up, we got out in black suits and sunglasses. We pulled the casket out of the back. We marched into like some festival with it. Tell me we wouldn't have all eyes on us. Like, what the heck are these guys doing with a cape on?
Yeah, we got to have our capes on.
I'm pretty sure if you just rolled all of those things in a bingo roller and just picked out like 2 of them, that'd be enough to get everybody's eyes on us. Any combination, any 2 things in there, just scramble them and see what happens.
It would be cool, dude. We have like our computer screens attached into the lid of the coffin. So when you open it up, our screens would be up. Yeah. I don't know what we would put inside the coffin. Maybe a sound system or something. That'd be pretty cool. Or just have a fake body that looked like Joe Biden. Huh?
And you made it into one of those things that people do. It's a kind of a ripoff, but they get people to lay on them and it massages them and everything. but you got them to do it on a coffin. Like it was like it had the water thing jet in the bottom of it, but you have to lay down in it.
Talking about those awesome chairs in the mall.
Yeah. But it's a
Yeah, but
coffin instead.
They got the thingies that like rotate.
And you had a screen in the lid, and you said if you close the lid, you can watch a movie or listen to music or whatever.
Yes. Heck yeah. See, now that's what I'm talking about right there. That would be awesome.
That would be good stuff to have them ride around in. Oh, they got to watch Smokey the Bandit. They got to truck driving. We mentioned truck driving. We have to have them ride with a truck driver while they're traveling from place. You know, they could put the craft in the back or something or mount it to the top. But they got to ride with a truck driver. I mean, that's you got to have that, man. They got to take that back. You know, get them talking on a CB breaker 19.
Oh, let them watch the Dukes of Hazzard or the Andy Griffith Show. Either one.
Coal Shack.
Oh. Speaking of Shaq, let them watch Caddyshack.
No, we're not trying to. All right. Never mind.
So they go back to their planet saying they get no respect.
Yeah.
They'll get no respect.
Saying thank you very little.
All right, Steve. Here's the other thing that's come out since you've been on, and I've got to let you know about this too. We're going to start an OnlyFans page. You and I. We're going to be foot models. We're going to show our naked feet. We're going to be foot hookers.
Oh, dude, nobody wants to see my feet. They're bad.
Okay. Well, I think it'll be okay.
Nobody wants to see Rob's. He showed them one night on the.
I think I'd make a good foot hooker.
Dude, I had a callus that was getting a little too thick. It was getting a little too big for his britches. This thing, I swear to God, like silver dollar. The whole thing off like a coin.
See, Steve has proven my point of what I said. Proving it.
Oh, they're right. I got working man feet. Feet is, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Feet go through living hell.
I just thought of another movie that'd be great for the aliens. Coneheads.
Mars Attacks.
Oh, yes. Mars Attacks.
They know what we're packing.
Yeah.
That we can adapt, and they're going down. Compliments of Slim Whitman.
Well, that's a good idea, actually, because we do have to teach them about war, and that we, when we have our mind right, we usually win. When we have our mind right, Terminator would be good. I could see that. You know, they'd probably run across the Terminator in Time Warp. They probably know that dude. And remember, he showed up at a bar in that one naked. And it wasn't that in Ohio? I swear I think it was.
Give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
And Steve said, yes, Daddy.
No, they'd all start talking like Shatner, like he's on stage.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Spawn.
You are
My
really
God. Bones.
Bones, what are you doing? I'm a doctor, not a prober. Damn it, Jim. Pull your pants up. I'm a doctor, not an alien prober.
He'd start trying to sell the aliens a Expedia account. You know, you could make it back to Alpha Centauri with Expedia.
What items do you send back with them? Now, they're tourists, so they got to have some things to take back with them to whatever planet they're from.
I mean, we got to give them a Zeppelin record because there's just something about a UFO flying through space blasting the immigrants. That just makes my heart happy.
I'm good with that.
As overplayed as that song is, I don't care.
Was that on 4 or is that 3? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm actually not even that big of a Zeppelin fan.
Well, give him a copy of the song Rocket Man.
The first CD player, the first AAC tape player, and the first color TV.
You want to throw in a Betamax there too, Anthony?
8-track player.
You can pull it out of that first gen Camaro you were talking about earlier. Of course, that's the only thing.
You want to give them something memorable,
Something
that they can treasure for the rest of their lives, and they might actually find to be useful.
Memorable for who?
For the aliens. You got to send them back with something. You got to send them back with gifts.
How memorable is it? Like, are we sending them with our Constitution or my baby blanket? Like,
no, something so they can commemorate the trip. I got this on planet Earth.
I'm with stupid T-shirt.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Preparation H.
A pet
medicine rock. From America.
A pet rock.
A pet rock.
Coffee.
You got to send them back with coffee.
One of them Burger King crowns.
Yeah, or a vibrator. Would a vibrator work?
I'm sure they got one on the Probolator. Thing's got like 52 attachments. I'm sure a vibrator's one of them.
And some Crisco.
And some Crisco. How hard are you?
Yeah. Because Crisco do you proud every time. I might ease that probing up some. We might be getting thank you cards from planets everywhere. Oh, dear Lord, thank you. These butt munchers were tearing our butts up.
And we got to send somebody back. We just let them go with them. I mean,
Ernest P. Worrell.
There was a Uranus
Hunter Biden.
Oh, no.
He likes to party.
Just to get rid of him, sure.
Yeah, just to get rid of him.
No, I got the perfect one to send back with him. Jim Barney.
Donald, but we want that ship to be able to lift off, and I don't think it's going to make escape velocity with her. Go ahead, Rob. What were you saying?
Jim Barney is who we need to send back with him.
The skeleton of Jim Varney?
No, Dave said we could go back in time.
You can go back in time.
Jim Barney.
Barney back?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's take all the Ernest movies.
I wouldn't send them back, though. I'd keep old Rubberface here for us. I swear to God, that dude's face is made of silicone.
Yes.
With the stuff he could make it do, it's.
And you can just say it. Just picture this in your mind's eye here. This alien spacecraft is flying back, and off in the distance you hear, "Know what I mean, Burn?"
Comes up with that hillbilly outfit.
Yeah.
Suspenders and the hat.
Yeah.
Horror movie, help me.
What was your favorite Jim Varney movie?
That had to have been
Ernest.
That had to have been Ernest Saves Christmas.
What about you, Dave?
Either that or Ernest Goes to Camp, just because that one I watched.
I think I only ever saw him in Ernest.
Oh,
yeah,
I think Ernest Scared Stupid was the best one.
You don't send back a horror movie, Friday the 13th, something like that.
We don't want to give them no ideas.
Check this out. We could eradicate all of them. All we have to do is.
What are you gonna do? Now we're gonna send back an alien movie with Sigourney Weaver. Don't give them no ideas.
Every time they run from you, if you just walk at a brisk pace, somehow they can never get away.
Yes, and they're gonna hide in the dumbest places.
And there's always at least two of them in the beginning that are so loud about everything. Is anybody here? This creepy cavern full of torture instruments and spider webs?
Yeah. Come on. I mean, because they're gonna be like talking. There's always one or two that are not gonna believe that we're actually there. They feel the need to prove how brave they are. That'll be an appetizer. Just say it. Anthony says an alligator.
We're sending an alligator back with the space.
I guess
They send it back again.
Oh well, Barry's got a good idea here. This could be interesting. I gotta post this from here.
I need to go after a
ghost pepper
sponsorship or something. I'm like, I got them perfectly lined up here.
Yeah, you do. That's cool.
If we send them a ghost pepper back,
We don't want
a ghost pepper, the ghost chili pepper, one of the hottest things out there.
well, second hottest. I'm the hottest. No, hey, look at me. I'm the clickbait now.
You will never be the clickbait.
Nope.
Well, I'll just ask people out there, let them make that choice. We'll let the people talk. Yes. Oh, I'm about to tear my whole studio down.
I see that. Like, what the heck?
It's bugging me. It's not doing it right. There we go. All right. I need 2 seconds.
We got to take a break anyway. We're going to come back with the vent. We're going to watch a new commercial. Then we'll come back with the vent song.
Commercial.
And, so coffee, bathroom, whatever break. Don't forget Half Pine Forge, the Celtic Blacksmith. Give him a follow. Follow his shows. Watch them. Chat in them. You will enjoy. He'll be live Friday night starting at 8, 7.
So I might have to go back and fix all of my promo graphics too, though, because all of them say 7 p.m. and I'm thinking 6 p.m.
Okay.
Time so that I can catch all the streams that I watch.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll be right back. See ya, folks. Hey, Dave here with the Southern Fried Podcast. We want to tell you some ways all on one page of how you can support the Southern Fried. Of course, you've heard us mention all of them. Here they are together. You know that we love Mammoth Nation. There's the QR code. These American companies that are all gathered together under Mammoth Nation's website. When you go through their portal, you get extra savings. These companies make deals with Mammoth Nation so that they can receive that influx of customers through their portal. I'm a lifetime member. Rob and others affiliated with the podcast are supporting them monthly. And these are great companies. You've heard us mention them recently in some of our programs. They are all American companies making American products. What a great thing. You can support them through this lifetime membership they have deals on, or you can pay monthly. And when you go through the portal that they offer, you're going to receive a lot of discounts. You'll make your money back in the first year if you'll shop there. You don't even have to get out. You could just shop. They'll send it to you. You're going to make the savings. Of course, Patriot Mobile, boy, the flagship of all of our supporters. We are so love these two companies, the Christian-based and faithful, and love America and love God. What a great thing. Both these companies, Mammoth and Patriot, do a great job of talking about the issues and not being afraid to share their faith. Of course, we have our promo code is called Cornbread. Cornbread. And when you make the switch to Patriot Mobile and use Cornbread, you're going to get a free month of service, and you're going to get great customer service. You're going to be using an American company and a company that's committed to you. Patriot Mobile. Dubby was the first one that we brought on board. We were so excited to have an affiliate. And Dubby, I have used it in the studio many times. You've seen me with that, with the tubs and the shakes and even the cans. And we have our promo code there, Southern Fried, and we're proud of that, 10% off. They run a lot of specials. They'll do a buy one, get one free. Just stay in tune with them, in touch with them as they get on their email list, and they will send you these amazing deals that are will happen for 24 hours or for 1 week or maybe for 2 hours. They will do these things like that. And sometimes you can get even more using Southern Fried. You might even get 20 or 30% off of your order. Dubby is no sugars added. You don't get the shakes. You don't have that falling off that you do with some of the other energy drinks. They're just a great company. They're fun. They do some great artwork, and I love the product. If I'm promoting any of these, that I use them and I believe in them. And finally, Podbean. We've been on Podbean for a good long while now. When we go live on Podbean or load up our programs there, it shoots those out to many other MP3 sites. We do go live there as well. Podbean is a great affiliate to have. They're a lot of fun to go podcasting. If you ever thought about podcasting, just have fun with it. You might want to share some recipe, or you might want to talk about a trip. It's really endless. Just plug in and go. It's really that simple. In minutes, you could be online. We would encourage you to do so. Have fun. Podbean, and use those two there. One's the business plan, one's for the personal on the top, which would be more likely what we would see somebody use. And you'll get 1 month free right now. That'll save you about $14. I'm here to tell you, we love Podbean. This is how you can support the Southern Fried. Thank you for all your support and other things that'll be coming online soon, like our coffees. This is Dave and Rob for the Southern Fried Podcast, and yes, the Cornbread Nation. See you soon.
Hey man, I just want to tell you about this new country show where everybody gets to vent their frustrations about whatever's got them down. Here's how it goes. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back. This woman told me the other day that her boyfriend didn't text her back. She was mad about it. And I said, you know what? You need to go on the Southern Fried Vent Show. You can talk about it all you want. Here's what you need to do. You need to get on the Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back. It's just like this man told me the other day that his neighbor had been looking at him funny and it was bothering him. I said, you know what? You need to go on the Southern Fried Vent Show. You can talk about it all you want. Here's what you need to do. You need to get on the Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back.
Uh-oh.
You'll be back on screen. Well, it's showing him in the bottom. It's not showing him on the top.
Try again.
That's weird.
Oh.
Maybe he's frozen.
You might be.
I don't see him moving. Let him get a better signal. Maybe a signal thing. So we do have Dog Tag. It's going to join us in just a second. Welcome to the Southern Fried Vent. And we'll let him vent about Appalachian Trail stuff. And it's always fun to vent a little bit. In fact, Barry was already venting early in the show. And Barry is venting about the news about there is no Epstein list.
Oh God.
I have no idea the full context of that story, but there he is. But
Wait a minute.
We'll talk about
Wait a minute. I got to disconnect.
All right, brother.
You just connected.
Oh.
He's out there on the trail somewhere. He's may not have a great signal, so he's working it back up. But what about this no Epstein list? What the heck? What's your thoughts on it? It's a vent show.
There's no list. Why is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison then?
Yes.
That's a good point.
They release phase 1 of from Pam Bondi's desk if there's no list.
Yeah. So it's bullcrap.
Yes.
Press how disappointed I am in Dan Bongino
Yes.
Danny
Danny.
Bonbons.
from that guy. Talks tough, but the second he gets in the job, now he's just a spineless jellyfish. Shame on him.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, we talked about he went after some bad people, but it's the power people he's not went after.
Right.
The people with control, the people in politics. So yeah, we're that, Americans have been waiting for these lists, this information to come out, and nothing's really came out except highly redacted crap. It's not right. Oh, we got a heck of a background there from Dog Tag.
Going on back.
What's going on, dude?
What's up, Dog Tag?
How are you, gentlemen?
Doing all right.
Well, we were talking about aliens coming to Earth and showing them around. I guess we should have talked about taking them up the Appalachian Trail as well. That would be
Yes, sir.
interesting.
Yes, sir.
As long as it's not on June 21st.
I'm sorry. As long as it's not June 21st.
Right.
Is that next day?
Hey, most aliens that I've seen have been naked anyways. But did you see where I'm at?
Where you at?
I am in Warren, New York, and it's the outside drive-in, and the hikers get to stay. So we get to watch a movie today.
What movie you watching?
F1, I think.
Okay.
Some racing movie.
Oh, okay.
But it is currently raining, and I probably won't be out here long.
I wouldn't be.
So how you
Right.
been, man?
Everything's good. Still hiking, but not carrying a backpack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't complain.
How do you get your car moved?
I move it.
Okay.
I hike out, do 3 or 4 miles, and then I hike back to the car.
Okay.
So I hike the areas that I can hike.
Got you.
So, but we are in New York. So our let's see, 8th state.
Yeah.
There you go.
Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia.
Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York is the ninth state.
Wow. Well, at least you get out of Jersey pretty quick.
Yeah, well, we're kind of, and there's a section here where it kind of bounces forth, and that's where we're at right now. So officially tomorrow we will go into New York, but tonight we came into the drive.
Any trail magic? Has there been any trail magic lately?
You know what? Gotta send kudos out to the people in PA. A lot of they've been sending out water cache because it's been really hot and dry. So, but had ice cream. We're kind of what we call an ice cream blazing. Every time we go by an ice cream store or creamery, we got to stop.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Can't turn those down.
Yeah. What's the temperature been where you're at?
This week, the mid 80s.
Okay.
But today, it was the mosquitoes. They were like a curtain, walking through a curtain. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. They ate me up good.
That's not good. At
No,
all.
that's the miserable part.
It wouldn't be a
But
good naked for sure.
yes, like I said, that was just one day. One day, only a few minutes, just to say that I did it. It's off the checklist.
I asked some hikers today, the people I know that go all over and they hike. They don't do the full AT. I asked them if they did that. They said no. No, too many bugs.
Not many people do. But you know what? If you're here, you got to do it.
You're here, you got to do it. So, Rob,
Yeah.
if you ever walk that trail, man, you
Well,
gotta
say,
Fernando.
Oh, I'll have to on June the 21st. I'm
It
gonna
might
do
bring a lot of attention to your podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been talking about start up an OnlyFans page anyway.
Well,
You go
we did go to New York City this week.
Go up to the AT on June the 21st and have the sneak peek.
Yeah. But we took a train into New York City. I got to go visit the 9/11 museum. Very impressive.
Awesome.
Get the opportunity to go to New York City, I would definitely attend that.
So, if you took the aliens to the 9/11 museum, what do you tell them about 9/11?
What do I tell them?
That would be a sticky subject.
I would tell them, don't screw with Americans because we will get you.
Awesome.
Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yeah, but there's some people say it, you know, it didn't really happen the way it happened. It was a government. They brought the buildings down. So there's a whole segment of folks out there that believe that.
Yeah, I'm sure that same government has flooded Texas and caused 100+ deaths.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there's a politician, wannabe, who said that, and pretty much, and got excoriated for it.
well, they should.
Yeah, from here in Georgia, matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know, we never fail sometimes just to show them how stupid we can be down here in Georgia. It's like we remove all doubt. People, you know, we've got people down here like that. They want to show just how stupid they can be at the most inopportune time.
What did Forrest Gump say? Stupid is and stupid does.
Yes, they did.
So how are you
Well,
health-wise, man? How you doing with your health?
Good. I go see my doctor on Friday for my final follow-up. And I have 2 more weeks that I can't carry weight. So other than that, I'm doing well.
Okay,
So
good, man.
I do need to get back out hiking full load so I can continue to drop the weight. I've noticed that since I've been slack packing, I haven't been losing weight. So
Can you lose
it's
some?
good. I'm sorry.
Can you lose some for me too?
Yes, sir.
Tips,
Yeah.
You had dropped what, 35, 40 pounds or more?
Before the surgery, I was down 45 pounds
45
since
pounds.
starting the trip. I'm down 80 pounds since I made the decision to go March of last year.
Wow.
So
That's
feeling
awesome.
better.
Imagine if you had that happen with all that weight on, being at home, that could have been, even worse. So even though you were out on the trail, all that helped. You had the weight off. You made the decision to go on to the doctor, and a lot of
people have questioned me coming back out here on the trail, but I think it has helped with the healing process.
Yeah.
If I just sat at home on the couch and been a potato, I don't think I would have healed this fast.
Well, I would say another thing too. I don't know how much a gallbladder weighs, but you lost that weight.
Yes. Well, actually, I lost most of it, but I'm going to carry it on my backpack.
Okay.
I'm going to dry it out, carry it on my backpack.
Absolutely.
I don't think he was rocking an 80-pound gallbladder.
You might have been.
You think yours is 80 pounds, Rob?
Dear Lord, I think that's where my whole belly comes from, is my gallbladder. I don't think I'm fat. I just have an enlarged gall.
Okay.
I'm actually rocking a 6-pack.
We've all got one somewhere in there.
Yeah, hey, I've got something better than a 6-pack. I got a keg.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
My son up there above me, he's got a pony keg. We put him down here. There we go.
And Dog Tag, don't let no aliens probe you out there on the AT. We've determined tonight, no probing.
No, sir. I do not want that.
At least
I think I got enough probing when I was in the hospital in Franklin.
Yeah. At least no probing without Crisco.
I'm sorry?
No probing without Crisco. We have made this
exactly.
As well.
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, boy, the things you guys talk about, I'm sorry I came on so late.
We faced to get on with our vents, let everybody complain for a little while.
Yeah, do you have a vent tonight, Dog Tag? Is there anything you want to vent about?
Vent about. No, I mean out here, I just enjoy the solitude, and I think maybe if everybody else took some time and just walked the trail, they could think about a lot of positive things instead of the negative things in our lives.
I got you, man. That's cool.
The only thing I want to do is they need to create a nice bug spray that works. Because the mosquitoes and the biting flies, they suck.
I always use that off deep woods. That seems to work just for me.
Well, this morning before I went on, I sprayed some on. Worked great for about an hour. Then I started sweating, and it did not work.
So I always spray my clothes because I know it's just I'm gonna sweat it right out of off my skin. So I always spray my clothes, like a hat, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some spray that's designed for my clothing, and I plan to do that tomorrow if the sun is out. So you can spray the clothes and let it dry, and they say it's supposed to last, at least 6 washes. We'll see.
I don't know if I'd believe that.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't know either.
Wash if it's lucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer that I've got to stop washing my clothes. Because a lot of people look at me and they go, "You're through hiking?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." But I haven't let my facial hair grow out on the side, and then I probably don't stink as bad as some of the through hikers. So So I'm going to stop washing my
I know
clothes.
people who do that. They're not hiking the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a few of those in New York City.
New York City.
New York.
He gets his
Yeah.
salt from New York City.
Yeah.
That's got to be bad. Some New York City stink, skunk butt or something.
Oh,
Well, I was surprised down by the museum and the World Trade Center. There weren't a whole lot of homeless people, unless they're keeping them. I did see some ICE vehicles, so maybe that's why there weren't a lot of them.
You ain't gonna find them there. You'll find them at the Four Seasons, where the Democrats pay to shack them up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you guys go and see if I can watch a little bit of this movie and enjoy my popcorn. I do
There you
have
go.
some popcorn. I have popcorn.
Oh yeah, enjoy that
oh,
and your movie. If you got
Yeah.
good popcorn, it doesn't matter if the movie's good or not. That's the way I look
Ex-
at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I did get to see another bear today.
Okay.
Yeah. New Jersey has the highest population of bears on the AT than any other state.
I didn't know that.
But it's been kind of holding true because I've seen in the last week 4 bears.
wow.
So I'm going to post a video of the one I did today because that was the first one I was able to get a video of. So
And
I will.
and they were all
post
naked
that.
too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. No
Yogi
clothes.
Bear.
Bears.
No clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, bear.
Yeah.
Because in New York, people see a bear and they, oh my God, let's call animal control, and they tranquilize the bear and they put it out, let it, get through its hangover somewhere else. But over in Montana, they see a bear property and it's like, hey Josephine, you gonna get that better rug that I told you you're gonna get this year?
That's right. We're gonna make you some big old pair of fur-lined panties.
Make some chaps for you.
Oh, threaten me with a good time. Get some of them chaps.
Every time I mention that, Dave really gets excited about that.
Make some chaps like they have war in Police Squad with Tom Hanks and well, why can't I say his name?
Took the words out of my mouth, Broski.
Uh,
I was thinking the same thing.
what did he say? What Bill tells it? What?
Talking about the bearskin panties, or fur-lined panties.
Oh, what Bill tells different?
Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Smoking on Chewbacca and her underoos.
I got you.
Well, you gentlemen have a great evening, and we'll check it again.
Thank you so much.
Oh, excuse me.
Dan Aykroyd and
Didn't
Tom
mean to
Hanks.
sneeze on you.
You remember the chap that Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd had to wear in Police Squad, the
I
movie?
remember that.
That's what those bearskin chaps are going to look like.
But that was sheep or goat.
Well, mine's going to be bear.
Yeah. There you go.
Get back to his popcorn.
All right.
All right. You guys all take care and be safe.
See you,
Hey, be
dog
safe,
tag.
brother. See you
Dog
soon.
tag out.
Good night, guy.
Oh my goodness. New York. God, it's hard to believe he's there.
Yeah.
We've been on this journey the whole way. That's cool. I
Hard to
appreciate him doing
believe
that.
they're putting that state on purpose.
All right, let's get on this. We got to get on this vent thing. Barry's done fired off, and we agree with that. And said, how could Trump use the FBI and the DOJ to cover up the Epstein files? It's hypocrisy to do so. I'm not sure that it's Trump covering it up.
I don't know if it is or not. That's the thing. We don't know. Like, there's a lot. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, we all agree it's BS.
Barry says another podcast I watched said Trump did not release the Epstein files because of the upcoming bitch trial of Comey. Yeah. And that could have some play in there. Suggests the Epstein list may be valuable for Trump to influence some of these people. But without the list, how would we know? You know?
Yeah, we don't know who's on it. It could
Yeah.
be Supreme Court. It could be, high up in the chain government officials. It's just no way to know. There's no doubt, Anthony, that both sides had people that went to that island. And I've said, I don't care. It's like abuse of children. I don't care where it goes, who it takes down. If you're that person, I have no sympathy for you. I don't care about party. Take them down. Lock them up. I will not throw politics on that as long as we're taking them all down. Let's not protect one and get the other. If there's Republicans involved, if there's independents and Democrats, Green Party, I don't give a crap. Take them all down and burn them down. Put them in jail for the rest of their lives. I could care less. Perverts, man. Pedophiles and everything else. Don't want those people around me.
No.
So I agree. But you make a good point, Steve. I mean, what is she locked up for? Where's all the evidence? I mean, they presented some things at trial, but honestly, it's like she's the token person. I mean,
I have a feeling that I don't know why, I can't shake this feeling that if you were to magically freeze time, except for yourself and Ghislaine Maxwell, and you went into her cell somehow, and nobody knew that you guys were talking, and you just sat down and said, what is actually going on? I can't shake this feeling that she'd have something to say. I'm not saying she's innocent. I'm not saying that she's just being a patsy. She's 100% guilty and she should rot in prison. But I have a feeling that she's saying way more than they're actually saying that she's saying. I think they're covering her mouth hey, we got her, and she's telling us a little bit of shut up. Telling us a little bit of information. I have a feeling she's rolling on a lot of people, and they want her to. They're trying to pinch that hose so it's not like a fire hose.
it's a good point, because if you've got information that can help you lessen your sentence somewhat, or just to burn down people since you're going down too, why wouldn't you do it? And she has to know more than what we've heard. She was the gatherer. She was the one that went out and got these people. That's true, Barry. You can't drain it if you're part of it. I am too.
This is something that I am very curious about. It's not really something to vent as of this moment, except for what's taking so dabbling long. I am curious to see what happens with Comey and Brennan.
Yeah,
that was completely manufactured horse crap they threw out there. So I am ticked off that it's taken them this long to get to this point and to get where they're actually investigating and moving on it. I know the wheels move slow in Washington, but my goodness, come on. Come on. Everybody knows there's something there.
Now, a lot of people, and I'm just throwing it out there, say this operation went all the way back to the Mossad. There are those people out there that believe that they were using it to blackmail leaders around the world who they got girls for, and that's where the money came from, the power and all that. I don't know, but there are people that firmly believe that, including people in our own nation, that they had the goods on, that they filmed. And where's all this stuff at? I mean, if they were involved, I'm saying if. I'm not saying they weren't. If, that would mean they have the stuff. And could they still use that? It's But I'll go back to what Steve said. I mean, Cash Patel, Danny Bonbons came in of flaming. I mean, throwing lasers. We're going to go after them, all of them. And right now, it's been like a bottle rocket that just went.
Yep.
I just don't see it.
He took the lid out of his own pencil the second he got into that office.
And then they come out for the hostage look when they're saying that, it was definitely hung himself, suicide. Definitely. Right, Cash? Yeah, we agree. Yeah. We know what a suicide looks like. Yeah. Evidence, all the evidence says it was a suicide. Y'all believe us. Take our word for it. We know what we're talking about.
That's the part that just sticks in my craw the most, is the fact that it's not that Dan Bongino was saying, "Oh, there's no way it's a suicide," because he never really did. Not that I remember. I don't remember him ever saying, flat out, point blank, it wasn't a suicide. I don't remember him saying it. However, I do remember him saying on multiple occasions, criticizing the Alphabet Boys and the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, CIA, whatever, criticizing these people for being the ones saying, "Hey, trust us. We're the government. We wouldn't lie to you." I do remember him saying that we shouldn't trust them outright, that we should confirm, that we should get evidence, we should demand to see the evidence. And now he comes in there and goes, "Oh, I'm the government. You could trust me." You have 5 minutes ago you said that we shouldn't trust you.
Exactly.
Very
And
true.
that grinds my gears.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I mean, we're over halfway through the year, and it's just a big flop, man. It's just not there. And just how far does it go? You're right. We'll never know.
No. Wait
Crazy.
until it's on fire and we're in the middle of a world war again, and things are. Then maybe we can in and take a look at a couple files.
Yeah. They're not going to move.
Along with this, and it does apply to event, because we're saying these people have not produced. Does the president cut some people loose before even the midterms that it becomes a embarrassment to him? Because one thing you don't like is somebody making him look bad. They will cast people away. Does Bongino become that person? Because there's a lot of people ticked off Danny. A lot of people. Does he just quietly move him out of that spot to save Cash Patel's hide and say, well, we've reassigned him. That's what they'll say, reassign into other areas. He's going to focus on Secret Service or something. I could see that. I think the longer this goes, they don't produce, it's going to start hurting him in his own party to the point they'll at least be mad about it, and that would be a bad look for the midterms. Broski, I wouldn't disagree with that statement. I would not. He definitely has at times looked like that. A little bit. He did in that interview. I just wonder. So I don't know. I'm beginning to doubt. Some of the talk.
What gets me is you have these people up there and they've talked big. Okay, they talked big. Now they're in there and it's all quiet. And there's some good examples out there for them to follow. There's been some really good examples of people that have been out there that talked big and went in and acted big.
Well, Tom Holman, absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Danny Bonbon, Cash Patel. Why don't y'all use Tom Holman as your measuring stick? He said he was going to do it, and he did it.
Yeah.
He has absolutely done everything he said.
And he's had to move his family. They've been threatened.
Yeah.
They've had to move the family. He's not even able to stay with his family right now. He's putting his life on the line for the country. Great respect. And throw Pam Bondi in there too. I'm sorry. She has fallen a little flat herself at times. Not as bad as Danny, but a little bit. Pam Bondi, you got to get with it.
I didn't trust Pam from Jump Street. I knew that she was bad news from day one. And one thing that irritated me is that in the beginning, especially like right after he won, and he started picking these people, I remember seeing on X, this is back when I was still using X before they pissed me off, there was some big post from somebody about how Trump had chosen Pam Bondi. And I kept seeing all these comments, everybody, oh, this is great, it's the best thing in the world. And it's like, none of you people have been following anything that she said in the past, have you? Like, you clearly don't know this woman at all. You're just all up in arms because it's somebody. And so I commented, I said, I don't trust her as far as I could throw her. I never did. I don't now. I never will. I said, she's anti-Second Amendment, period. She can't convince me otherwise. She couldn't even come out and say, you know what? I was wrong the whole time. Nope. I don't believe you. Nope. I'm not falling for that. Because the way the attitude she had towards the Second Amendment, to hell with due process, to hell with the Second Amendment rights, to hell with the Constitution. She didn't care. She wanted to come and confiscate firearms before a crime could be committed because somebody might. She had this minority report mindset. So it's like, no, you can't come back from that kind of mindset. You are anti-Second Amendment through to the bone, and everybody was tearing me apart in the comments. Oh, you're one of those people that just wants to have it perfect. I kept getting that. You're one of those people who's never happy with anything. Yeah, usually a DOJ that doesn't believe in the Constitution, that's a pretty big hump to get over.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
Yeah.
Truth. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, Tulsi's kind of... Not 100% on her. I mean, I like her. Don't get me wrong. For reasons.
You like that gray streak she's got in her hair?
Dude, she's got that rogue thing from X-Men going on.
Yeah.
I like that. That's like tickling my inner nerd.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you think changes will come? Do you think he punts on this? I mean, at some point it starts backing up on the president. And the emperor has, the emperor's going to be protected. Broski.
Broski still looks good in skirt, for sure. Who are you talking about, Broski?
Big Mike?
I mean, he could be talking about pretty much anybody. Tulsi Gabbard and AOC, both. And who else? Who was the third one? Oh, Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi looks good in a skirt. I'll give her that. I'm not. I got a little crush on AOC. It's obviously I can compartmentalize people's qualities. Oh, definitely Tulsi. She looks even better in a pair of combat pants, man. With a rifle.
Now you're talking about what's her name out of Colorado or wherever she's at. What's it?
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'll get a little too. Whew.
That movie theater scene must have got you all tore up.
I'm so jealous. Everyone's like, oh, I can't believe her. I'm like, I can't believe him. That dirty. I hate him. I don't even know who he is, but I hate him. Feeling up on my girl.
NC native. Hey, a signing.
Hey, NC.
The new Kanye.
Oh, yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah.
There was something goofy going on there. I didn't look into it, though, because I don't know. X is dead to me. I haven't even gone on there.
No, actually, she's mine. I support her.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene has probably got the worst depth perception in all the government, man. Those eyes are like they're like bumping up against each other. She's like a centimeter away from being a cyclops.
My God.
Dude, that's pretty rough. You're one bend over away from being a cyclops.
I mean, we're talking about good-looking women in government.
Hey, she could weightlift more than them girls all put together, man. Come on.
Probably.
She's a power weightlifter, man. Come on.
She could probably bench you.
Actually, I wonder if Tulsi would give her a run for her money. I'm curious about that.
Hey, I'll say this. MTG. I voted for her. And I've been to her town halls, two or three of them. She carries a bigger set in Washington than just about anybody. Whether she's right, wrong, or indifferent, she does not lack for confidence to take it to them. Absolutely.
Have a good, Jen.
See you, Jen.
Oh, I can't believe we're on here talking about the size of Marjorie Taylor Greene's pair, but she does. I guarantee you, she's got a bigger pair than Danny Bonbon. She's got a bigger pair than
there's no doubt.
Bigger pair than old Cash Patel. Hers may be up there with the size of our president. She's got a pretty good set on her now.
Hey, I'm not saying it would be easy, but that night something didn't resonate with me. This guy was Secret Service, Mr. Tough Guy protecting the president. That night he left that Republican event. It was a Trump event in D.C. and he had to walk. There was no taxis. They had to walk down. Him and his wife are walking to the hotel, and all them thugs are, screaming and hollering and everything.
Yeah.
He was scared to death. His wife had more calm in that walk than he did. Go back and look at the video. I'm not saying nobody wouldn't be scared, but he didn't show me the eye of the tiger. Like, by God, I'm going to take these guys and send the wife running for cover. He looked like he was worried about being somebody's bubba.
Anthony Manzano, you and I are going to have a talk after this comment.
Let me tell
you something.
What the heck is
prime
that?
Hillary Clinton belonged behind bars in a zoo with the rest of the monkeys. Oh my gosh. She was so butt ugly. They had to tie a pork chop around her neck to get the dog to play with her, and then the dog threw up. Come on. When she was born, the doctor slapped both ends, her face and her butt, and said, "Oh boy, twins." Dude, you have just lost your main card. MTG, for damn sure. Okay?
I think Rob. I think Anthony's outing his little secret.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry.
Rob, you got.
Don't you dare ever compare Hillary Clinton and Marjorie Taylor Greene together in the same sentence again. What the hell? To quote Miss Elizabeth, you might just go to hell. You have hurt my heart.
His mama dresses him funny.
Yeah, his mama dresses him funny too.
Just ask Bill. He knows. He's been there from the beginning. You're right, broski. I'll agree to that too.
Yeah, they're just as ugly.
Oh God, that girl.
The eyes of Patel.
That girl could eat corn through a picket fence. I tell you.
I know you're trolling, but by golly.
Hello, Dean Potts.
Hi, Dean. NC Native said those hills have eyes. They're called nips.
Oh, he was telling his family about your comment about kissing an ugly, foul-smelling mouth donkey or Nancy Pelosi.
Broski, I think that one's a little too.
You definitely struck a chord with that comment because he remembered that the next day.
Broski, we're not going to put that up here.
Oh my gosh!
Dave just read it.
Ouch!
This is why everybody needs to go over to Rumble because that's where the spicy stuff is, and you could read it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh, I've never quite heard it put that way, or Broski. I will give you props on that one. That was truly funny. We're not going to put it up on the screen, but props.
One. It's just a timeless classic, though.
Yeah, yeah. We're also going to keep throwing out, and your mama dresses you funny, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it works behind anything.
Oh, that one.
Your mama dresses you funny.
I'm definitely keeping that one in a holster. I like it. That one's going in the book, man.
There's so much to uncover, and the Texas floods only adds to it all. It's a terrible situation, but I guess they don't let any crisis go unused.
Wait,
Not,
what is,
you didn't hear about all this?
I didn't hear squat, man. I don't know what's going on.
There was some major floods in Texas last week.
Steven Crowder's still on break for Independence Day, man. So I'm unplugged because that's pretty much the only show I listen to anymore.
Horrible situation in Texas with the floods. They had some, and they're trying to blame it, make it Trump's fault, of course.
Yeah,
but there were, what's the body count up to? I know it was 70 something.
It's 111 so far.
Oh, wait a minute.
And there's a whole bunch of them out of a.
And now New Mexico has flooding going on.
100 plus deaths in Texas, and a lot of these were girls from and children from a Christian camp, and they have just been all over it. But then you have this one lady over in Texas that was saying, "I don't want to hear about them." I forget where she was from. They was white anyway. Me and David were praying for them on the show. At if there's any way to get them back home safe. And this lady took the time to go out there and find out what color they were. Now who's the racist? This is not. But then her boyfriend came back out. He's a pastor at church and completely distanced himself from her and denounced what she said. Roski said there's 110 deaths with 170 still missing.
Does anybody know what area of Texas? Is it Dallas by chance?
It's Kerr County.
I don't know what the.
That's near the Guadalupe River. That's the river that really flooded out. There's some creeks there too, but that's fed off the river. But and to all these people wanting to investigate it now when we still ain't found all the bodies, just clam up. There's plenty of time for that. I don't know the area of New Mexico, but the flooding looks similar, to be honest. Houses being washed away.
Yeah, the only reason why I asked is because I just added 2 and 2 together. I just said that Steven Crowder still hasn't is still on break from Independence Day, but then I forgot his studio is in Texas, and I don't know what area. So. That might be why he hasn't broadcasted lately.
Yeah, Dean, you have a good day at work, brother. I'll be there early myself.
Broski, there's a reason why I leave color out of it. There's no point in putting the color into it. If it's a black person that says it, it's just as wrong as it is if a white person says it. I do leave the color out. I do that too. Because one of the things I hate to hear on the news, well, such and such place got broken into today, and there was a black person seen leaving. It doesn't matter as a person.
No.
Broski, ain't got nothing to do with my white guilt. You sorry, low down going, your mama dresses you funny. Huh? Let me vent off about this. Let me tell you something about my white guilt. There ain't none. You're not going to get me going again, you knucklehead.
I don't have no white guilt. My white guilt day one.
I'm half black anyway. See, I come out speckled. See that? Speckled.
Gotta be bad. I want to text you up.
And see, native says, like Broski said, you can borrow some color from me.
You know, I just realized our skin tones from the screen, the way the screen's got us lit up, it's like we get paler and paler the further to the right we get.
That's-
Dave looks like he's got the most color, and then I'm in between, and then.
well, I do run one red light in the studio, so it kind of casts a little more color down on
You're
me.
hurting my feelings.
See if I
I'm
can-
much darker than Dave. That's not right.
There we go. There we go. There's my color too.
Oh yeah, now y'all just trying to make me look pale. Where's my color?
Well, you're the one that chose fluorescent tubing lights. Sorry. The rest of us didn't build our studios to look like a hospital room.
I can't get my
What?
colors.
Just gonna put like some red tissue paper over your fluorescent hospital lights. What are you doing?
I was trying to turn on my LEDs.
Oh.
That's it. Now I'm gonna have to get some red light, like you said, red tissue paper go around my ring light up there.
There you go.
Yeah. I thought my hat would kind of shade me off a little bit there, but it's just not working. You know.
You got too much light. And I've got a light on top of my camera, as you can see. The kind of got that camcorder thing going on, where the closer you get that Blair Witch Project glare.
Yeah. How's
Blair
that?
Witch.
But I can set the temperature of that.
Broski wants to know what's on my hat, Dave.
That is a Southern Fried Special.
Right.
We designed that.
I was wondering about that.
It's the Rob coffee cup with flames.
I gotta
Right.
get half pine forge bandanas made up soon.
Damn banners, bandanas.
Banners.
Yeah.
Get it on the side of my nugget.
All right. I do have one more event. Why does Facebook keep sending me these kind of people and asking me if I want to follow them? Did y'all see that? Give a shift about nature. Okay? This almost seems like it might be worthwhile to follow. The very first thing on there, breaking: Mexican rescue teams are in Texas helping the flood victims. Thank you for being good neighbors. Thank you for being good neighbors and sending tons of fentanyl into this country and all the illegal piss ants that you don't want anymore. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're a real good neighbor. You're like the damn Cousin Eddie off of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Man, dinner's full.
Yeah, shitter's full. We sent it on to y'all. It must be miserable to believe that scientists and experts spend their entire careers lying to you. But a reality TV celebrity with decades of documented fraud is your sole source of truth. Yeah, it's called MSNBC, dumbass.
These are the same people that take everything Whoopi Goldberg or
Yeah.
what's
It's true.
the pig that went to Ireland. I can't remember her name. The one that's going to that island.
Yeah.
Rosie.
If you've never had the Supreme Court decide, if you get the same rights as everyone else, you have privilege. We're not asking you to feel bad about it, but acknowledging it would be good. Let me tell you something, you knuckleheads. You've got more rights than anybody else in the country just because of your skin color. Don't give me that crap. Do not. You know, white men cannot get business loans. Remember, I was told no. You know, I was the wrong color and the wrong sex. Straight up. All right? Get off us. Ain't no privilege here. All of our privilege went to you, if we ever had it. And you took every bit that they gave you. If you have a problem with an everyone is welcome here sign in a classroom, please stay far, far away from schools and children. If you don't believe in enforcing the laws of our land, then yes, you need to stay far, far away from children because you are not setting a good example for anybody to follow. And you're a lout.
The next busload of violent felons that are looking for a place to stay, they need a halfway house. They can move in. The person that posted that about that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me because everybody should be welcome, right? Let's all hold up because everybody can be welcome.
Yeah.
All be
hey, I've got the best one right here, and I'm going to end my little rant on this one, and I want y'all's opinion. If you're afraid that books will change the way your child thinks, you're not afraid of books. You're afraid of thinking. Not afraid of books, afraid of the nasty material that you have in there. And if you're looking at those books thinking the kind of crap that they're trying to feed our kids today, you're not thinking with your big head. You're thinking with your little head. And you ain't got a brain in either one of them.
Yeah, the minimizing of legitimate concerns is starting to get on my nerves.
Yes.
Like we shouldn't be allowing pornography in classrooms with kids. I don't care if they're 17. I don't care if it's I really don't. I don't care if it's high school. It's not just high school.
No, it's not.
It's junior highs and in some cases elementary schools.
Yeah.
And there's no two ways about it. It is porn. It was being recited by an angry father in a town hall, and the people in the city council told him he wasn't allowed to speak that way during their town hall, that it was too graphic. Well, if it's too graphic for town hall, why is it okay for little Jimmy and little Cindy?
Absolutely.
Elementary school.
That's because they're not thinking with the head on their shoulders.
You take
they don't have no brains.
A legitimate concern like that. I don't want kids getting access to porn. And the people advocating for it instantly go, "Oh, you're just afraid of books." How can you reduce it to such a stupid, ignorant concept? I'm afraid of books.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm afraid of books. I'm afraid of porn being in kids' hands. Okay, cool. I admit it. Can we get rid of it now? Instead of just deflecting and trying to use some catchphrase and minimizing actual concerns? Can we maybe welfare of children instead of polluting their minds with the
And don't tell me if it's available, they're not going to look. All right. I know Dave was there. I know you probably had. I know I did. When we were in school, they had health class. What is the first thing we went and looked at in our health book?
Boobies.
The different parts of a woman's body.
Same thing that I looked at my first year of a math class that involved a calculator. I flipped that bad boy up and I typed in 5138008. Boobies.
Boobies. You know, if it's there and it's available, they're going to look at it. They're going to. Just like we did. Okay. Dave, Steve, you might not be old enough for this one. Dave, if you don't want to admit to this, you don't have to, but I know you're in the same age category. Did you look at the women in their underwear in the Sears catalog?
I don't think we ever had a Sears catalog, but I was going to say National Geographic always showed topless women.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, we went through that thing. You get a new National Geographic and you fan through it like it's a flip.
Yeah. Is there a boob? Is there a boob? Is there a boob? Oh, wait, that's an elbow.
You're like, oh man, they went to Brazil.
Yeah.
Stupid.
You know, but if it's there, we're going to look at it. They're going to look at it. I mean, they're going to. These kids are going to soak up every bit of it they can. So yes, I have an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have an issue with that, and it's not even. It's teaching them how to be that way. This is the correct way for you to be gay. I don't care if you're gay or not, but no, I don't want the children exposed to it. It's evil.
It's the same as actual adult sites. They did that rule not too long ago where and it was just certain states you couldn't do it. Certain states, if your IP address was in that state and you logged into an adult website you had to type in some sort of proof that you were an adult. It was something like, and it was something minimal too, like a birthday or something.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think some of them required a photo ID. But the way it went, it was like it went through this third-party system where the people who ran the adult websites didn't get your information. It was just a confirmation website that was like super secure or whatever. But it's like the same people that are verifying themselves on X and on Facebook and all these places with photo IDs are the ones complaining that, oh, that's an invasion on privacy. Well, so what? I don't care. In a case like that, I don't care. They can invade as long as they're not using the information for anything shady. As long as it's an actual secure platform, which they have to make it that way so that they can implement such a system. But they were complaining about it. It's like, dude, can you just be honest for once? You want kids to get a hold of pornography. Just admit it. Quit trying to beat around the bush. No, you're afraid of book. Oh, it's an invasion of privacy. It's art. Just be honest. I'm still going to call you a degenerate, but at least you'll be an honest one.
Chickbait, do you think it's right for elementary schools to be exposed to that kind of nonsense? Sexually explicit material for grade school children? Or any children? Do you think that's acceptable in the road that this country needs to travel down? For you don't think that could be considered as evil? You're wrong?
There you go. Yeah, okay. I think this is just I think she's getting the wrong.
Yeah, I think she came in partway through the conversation. I don't think she got it all. But I just want the reason why I worded like that, Chickbait, is because I wanted you to get on the same page that we are, where we were in the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be like. I've already been like that.
Just giving you a chance to clarify to those who would not give you the
yeah, nothing bad to that. But yeah, there's a
Rumble chat is always better, broski.
Yes,
always.
And I'm trying to go on both of them right now.
Everybody go over on Rumble and leave a like. They're not going to tell you to do it. I'll tell you.
NC.
NC's always full of some smart assery.
That's a good one.
Chinese comic conflicts. There you go, Chickmate. Welcome.
Yeah.
The land of the enlightened.
That's right. All right, now we're all over there. Are we still going out, or are we just on Rumble?
We got to get.
I didn't cancel everything. I just put studio as behind the paywall.
Okay.
We got to get back into that slowly. We kind of got away from it with everything that happened, so we will.
Okay.
Wait, did we cut YouTube out?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still up there.
Is Anthony? Oh, Anthony's still around. Anthony ain't been around. Well, maybe. We got to get him over Rumble. For a while, he was the only one. He was just him and a tumbleweed over there on YouTube. I like seeing that kind of imbalance.
Me too.
We got to start.
Well, remember when you first started, Steve, you were the only one on Rumble coming in. I mean, it was like a
and it's the same way. I know I've told you guys about Kim Inoki, her stream on Rumble. She streams through OBS, and she multi-streams. She cross-streams. So she streams on same as you guys. She streams on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, so on and so forth. And OBS hates Rumble. So there's sometimes I'll leave a chat on her stream, and she's keeping up in real time with all the Twitch stream or with all the Twitch chats. But I made peace with the fact that if I leave a chat in there, she may see it right away, or it may be like 5 to 10 business days before she replies to it. It's literally a half hour later because she has to manually go. She has to actually remember herself to go look at that chat manually it will not work. It won't go up on the stream with OBS because they don't like Rumble for whatever.
Well, that's because Rumble doesn't censor you.
Yeah, we all know Rumble.
So,
but yeah, I'm usually the only one in there. I think I've only seen like 2 other people in her Rumble chat the whole time. But it's like I think everybody who cross streams between Rumble and YouTube, anybody who believes in Rumble as a company needs to we need to crack down a little more. We need to put more effort into promoting Rumble, holding them higher than the other platforms. I don't think we encourage enough memberships over on Rumble.
Yeah.
And that's speaking for myself too. I'll cross stream to Facebook just with my own personal account, just for the hell of it, just for fun. No, nobody ever goes on there anyway. But I need to start cutting out Facebook after like the hour mark or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing here. We got to get back to it in this show. The second hour is just to be Rumble only, and we'll start next week. I would just we kind of got away from it. We've had some shows where one of us wasn't here, and co-hosts were on the stage. They don't even have Rumble, so I was trying not to cause a problem there. So we got to get back to that.
Yep.
So we will.
Oh yeah. It was long on so many levels. NC. That was amazing. NC said, I wouldn't bully any Chinese folks for being Chinese. I might rag on them for being commies, though. You know, look, China is not really our friend. And I know if you go to, there has been some racial slurs about Chinese people forever. Okay. That guy's got more chins than a Chinese phone book, and his mama dresses him funny. There's all kind of stuff that's out there. And that wrong joke isn't one of my originals. I heard it from an Aussie comedian. Have you seen the Asian guy on there that's the comedian? What's his name? He's from here in the States.
Why is it that Americans are constantly shamed by every other, including for stealing native land, but yet nobody blinks an eye at the Aborigines down in Australia?
Because they're all Democrats down there, and they're just stealing it anyway.
Good for them, though. I don't understand. I don't get it. Why aren't they shaming themselves?
They're not. They don't shame themselves.
They're going
to steal it all from them, and then in 20 years, they're going to blame the conservatives for it.
No, if I was Chinese, I would definitely laugh chickbait. That is where I will 100% laugh at myself.
Yeah, I would laugh at that too.
That's not even a racial thing. That should just be a quality everybody has. Everyone's got to be like back in the 70s and 80s when they were making like Blazing Saddles and stuff. Everybody
Absolutely
on that cast was laughing and making fun of each other and themselves. All the jokes nobody was safe. And those movies were classics. Nobody was holding back anything, and it was wonderful.
Hey. We bought that land fair and square for 6 beads and a bottle of booze.
Yeah, we didn't steal nothing. We conquered it. Big difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Russia's still ticked off we got Alaska. Heck with them.
Yeah.
They made it the worst deal in the history of deals.
And now it's ours. And we're going to drill, baby, drill.
Hey, deal with it.
That's what happens when you stay drunk on vodka.
Right. And there's another one. And there's a Russian stereotype. Is it bad? I don't know. It might be. Is it funny? Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, well, Chickbait says my Chinese half of the family doesn't laugh at those jokes. When they went to school, it was brutal. It was bullying. Just saying.
Well, those jokes aren't bullying, though. Those jokes are funny. And if
Look,
you're
look at it this way: is it?
oh,
You know how many fat man jokes I've heard in my lifetime?
right, I'm hearing a lot more of them lately. Actually, I need to read them.
You know, or yeah. Hey, I grew up as a redhead in South Georgia with, I mean, bright red hair. Okay, do you think I didn't catch a ration and a stick full of crap everywhere I went? Well, here comes old red on the head. Look there, fireball. You know, I'd rather be dead than to have a red head. Yeah, I heard all this crap. Is
Dude,
that bullying?
all I have to do is disagree with somebody on the internet, and right away, it's my weight and my hairline. Right off the bat. They're like, oh, you're fat and you're going bald. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's called getting older. I don't care.
Not you, but you're not Chinese. No, I'm not Chinese. And they're not, I mean, you know, come on. What's the difference?
But I'm Irish, though. And I'll tell you, a 7-course Irish meal is a 6-pack and a potato.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
German. And when I ask you how many Germans does it take to screw in a light bulb, I'm going to tell you only one, because we are very efficient and we are not very good with Dioma. Yeah.
And NC Native, I've heard that for many times. That gingers don't have souls. That's why Hercules in the Disney movie was a redhead, so he could swim across the river Styx without dying. He didn't have a soul to lose. Let's see. Redhead jokes don't start wars against redheads. Just saying. No, redhead jokes start wars against the other colored hairs. I'm just saying. You call a redhead too many times, you're gonna piss them off. I don't care if it's male, female, they, them, upside down, whatever, carpet smash direction, whatever. You call a redhead too many times, you're gonna piss them off. And you're gonna have it. But see, I fixed my problem. I used to pray to God at night when I went to bed about my red hair. I hated it so much when I was a kid. I used to pray to God, you know, dear Heavenly Father, please let me not be redheaded anymore. Let me have something else. Let me be, you know, I don't want to be redheaded anymore. Look.
Let me ask you something, Rob. When you go to bed at night, how do you keep your head from slipping off the pillow?
I let it grow out a little bit on the back.
Oh, so it's like Velcro.
Yeah, it's like Velcro.
Got it. You wake up, you get up, you got to peel it off like a
yeah,
and just got it.
Yeah, and it makes that sound. Shh. It sounds like a Star Trek door opening up when I put my head off the pillow. And good Lord, if I sleep on the side of my face like this on the pillow, because you know I got the goatee in there too. I'm still over the 7-course Irish dinner. I'm gonna have to remember that.
You like that?
I like that one. I like that one. That was as good as the your mama dresses you funny.
I'm still.
Sometimes rub the pillow with it. I'm gonna have to. That's just I'm stealing that one.
Got one of them king size pillows though, so when it doesn't stay on the whole way, he just kind of like zombie walks his way through the doorway, and the frame of the door just kind of off.
Yeah, and then Chuck's like right there in the doorway, so it falls down, hits him, he's buried up.
You like
says she likes leprechauns.
You check out the president of Ireland. He is a leprechaun.
Yeah. Yeah, they really found him at the end of a rainbow.
They actually have a real life leprechaun. I'm kind of jealous. Wait, is he still president? Hang on.
I don't know. But he's not just a leprechaun.
That was
a leprechaun. They really found him at the end of the rainbow. They thought they was gonna find a pot of gold.
Great. Googa Mooga. He is still in office. current president is Michael D. Higgins, who first elected in 2011.
Insane.
Wow. Term limits who?
Jeff Leprechaun.
I didn't hear that coming, and neither did he.
I am going to remember that one.
All right, you guys. Has anybody? Everybody's going to think I'm in like the Steven Crowder fan club. Has anybody watched enough Steven Crowder? Have you ever heard his 7+1 things?
No.
He always
I don't think
does
so.
like, what was it, like 7+1 things that Biden does on vacation, or 7+1, problems that Rosie O'Donnell is causing in Ireland, or blah blah blah. And they just come out with a bunch of goofy, funny things to add on this list. I think we need to make a 7+1 deaf leprechaun. What was it? Was that it? Deaf leprechaun?
Yes.
Yeah. 7+1 deaf leprechaun greatest hits. I think we need to come up with it. Pour some Lucky Charms on me.
Well, short people.
Short people would be one of them.
Yeah. Me and Dave were right on that one. Let's see. What would be another good one?
What's that song when little people are singing The Wizard of Oz?
We are members of the Lollipop Guild. And the Oompa song. Oompa, oompa,
Oh, yeah.
oompa dee doo.
These half boots were made for walking.
These Crocs were made for walking. Oh,
Munchkin Land. Yeah,
Huh? Munchkin Land.
Munchkin Land.
We're running a little bit late tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It's probably getting to be about that time. We will, Oompa Loompas were wise men. Why would you say that they were wise men? They worked for Whitey. Willy Wonka. He was an evil white man. He probably talked about, he made fun of other people too. He made fun about the kid for being fat, the damn bully, and all that stuff. Willy Wonka. The nerve of him. Made fun of that girl for being all bossy. Yeah. That would actually be a pretty good one there, Chick Bait. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, so make it Oompa Loompa your wife. Yes. And they didn't even know about them until they learned them from the evil white man. Willy Wonka.
I prefer Lemmy's lesson on dating. He said, if you want to get your hands on a beautiful girl, you got to use your MasterCard.
Hey, was that a slavery remark?
I don't know, probably.
Oh, that's horrible. I just had a funny, but it's extremely racist joke just hit my head. And I ain't no way I'm going to say it.
Email.
Huh?
Email it to me.
It'll be coming. That movie is based on sins to not commit. That is why Charlie Bucket confessed he lied and won everything by repenting. Oh, I don't think that's the way.
Can we talk about how poor Charlie's grandpa pretended to be crippled for all those years to lay around in bed and be lazy and mooch off of the rest of his family while they work their fingers down to the bone to support him. And then the second he's going to a chocolate factory, he just springs out of bed. He's like, yeah, my legs are fine.
And the thing that always got me was all the kids got in trouble for doing things they shouldn't, but they didn't get in trouble for drinking of the drink that, made them go up in the air. They just overlooked that fact.
Yeah.
Didn't they just break the rules as well?
Yeah. NC Native, I like this. I'm a feminist trapped in a chauvinist body. Now get back in the kitchen and make me a strong, independent woman sandwich. I am so glad that they are sending female astronauts up now. I used to feel so bad because, male astronauts need sandwiches too.
I need
Wait,
a sound effect.
huh?
I need
Huh?
a cricket sound effect.
Oh, here,
The only one I got is.
oh no, I could do my own sound effect. But I mean, if you're up there orbiting the Earth and you're doing all this manly work, who's going to make you the sandwich? You see, there's Katy Perry's my favorite astro snot.
Oh, jeez. Don't even get me started on Katy Perry.
Yeah, I'm not a Spice Girls fan either, but you know who I think they should send to outer space? I think it would really help her love life and everything. Taylor Swift.
I mean, she could probably afford the trip.
Yeah.
By now, she has her own private spaceship. She probably takes that just to go down to the Starbucks drive-through.
I heard she got injured at a square dancing thing.
Who's your
They
buddy?
hollered her down and she hurt her back landing on the ground. She might have to cancel the rest of her concerts for the year.
Oh, no. How will the world survive without hearing about her 27th time that she fell in love and broke up?
Bezos married a plastic surgery model. I don't care if he married a plastic model.
That's he can do whatever.
I'll blow it up. Whatever. All right. I should go where? You had one of those on a hacker on YouTube? I don't see a hacker on YouTube.
Dude, I don't know. Clean it back.
I don't think I could do that. I'm way too good looking to be impersonating Katy Perry.
You got the wig?
I do have several wigs, but I just couldn't do that. Oh no. I don't know, NC Native. What's a terrorist's favorite companion? A blow-up doll. Oh my goodness. All right. On that note, I think that would be yes, I already get a lot of that chick bait. I have to watch the paparazzi.
Ooh.
On that note, y'all, everybody, we thank y'all for tuning in tonight. It's getting kind of late. Steve, Dave, and I are both older than we used to be. Especially me and Dave. Steve looks like he's ready to cut some Z's. Hey, but your back is doing better though, right, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Finish, but I'm vertical.
There you go. All right, everybody, give us a like, follow, or subscribe if you would. And make sure to go over there to Half Pine Forge and Half Pine Forge Live and give Steve a like and a follow over there. Did I do it wrong or did I do it right?
No, you got it.
Okay.
And make an order. Order something.
Yes. Order
Make-
something from his store. He'll
Make-
make it for you.
Fuel
Yeah,
cost
make
money.
it easy to make.
Fuel cost many money dollars. I actually have an order right here.
Yeah.
Ready to
There you
ship.
go.
Well, it's
That's
not,
where you go to check him out.
it's not
Oh.
ready to ship out yet, but I did just make it before the show.
Oh,
There you
I-
go.
So
yeah,
that's I
Steve
still
makes all kind of cool stuff.
Good night,
And
Bruce.
it's-
Good night, Checkmate.
Yes.
Good night, NC, Broski, whoever else.
Anthony,
God bless everybody.
Barry,
Barry,
John
Trolls,
Boy, Billy.
oodles all.
the governments who's listening in.
Yes.
Oh, you know I'm a lister too.
Oh, you guys over in China who are eavesdropping, we're glad y'all joined us. If you're following us, you're not eavesdropping, but the ones that aren't, you're eavesdropping. But go ahead.
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China, I'm not going to finish it.
They'll do it. They'll do it. You go get me cracked up.
Keep it family friendly.
All right.
I can half censor it. China is butthole.
Dude.
Just head on over to halfpineforge.com. Bottom
Yeah.
left. We'll give you all the links to all my goodies.
There you go. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Big old salute.
Thank
We'll be back
you,
here
Steve,
tomorrow
for coming
night
on.
for Cornbread Nation. Yes, thank you, Steve, for popping in with us tonight. We're glad to have you anytime.
Not a problem. Hopefully the first Wednesday of August.
Yep.
I'm
Always-
second there. Hopefully the first Wednesday of August will not be I won't be so horizontal.
What? Be so what?
So horizontal.
Okay.
I had trouble walking.
I got you.
Yeah, you get it.
I got you. I figure you might have just been attacked by Maxine Waters again. Hey, y'all have a great night, and we will see you. See y'all next time. Good night, guys.
Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave on the Humpday.